Make America great again. That's what President Trump tells us. He puts on different kinds of policies for the steel industry and other industries that are suffering from just massive imports of subsidized products. And yet Sonny Perdue, the Secretary of Agriculture, happens to be a colleague veterinarian, has just decided to open the borders with Brazil and a country in Africa that are foot and mouth infected, endemic. There are certain areas in Brazil that have not had a case of foot and mouth for a while, but they as a country are foot and mouth disease endemic, which means it's all over, been there forever. Most of the rest of the world in reality has foot and mouth disease. When Abraham Lincoln started the Department of Agriculture in 1863, he was interested in putting America first. One of the first things he said when the South rebelled in South Carolina at Fort Sumter is, who's going to collect my tariffs? And now we have President Trump, who says he wants America first, make America great again. We shout USA, USA at all of his presentations. And yet we have opened our borders to a country that could potentially put a disease in this country by bringing in raw meat that Sonny Perdue has said is going to cost between $9 and $30 billion. I want to remind you of what's going to happen if we get a case of foot and mouth isolated in this country. First of all, if it's just one small spot, they're going to find the disease. They're going to kill every animal they can find in that area that would be susceptible. But in the process, they're going to shut down transportation of livestock. If it happens to rise up in several locations, the whole nation will be shut down. You won't move any cattle to market. You won't sell any fats. You won't do anything. You'll sit right on your farm, keep your cattle, and you'll conform to whatever the government wants you to do. It's really inconceivable, since the last time we had foot and mouth was 1929, and it came to this country from garbage offloaded from an Argentinian cruise ship. 30 to 40,000 head of livestock were slaughtered in that outbreak to contain it. If we're going to make America great again, we have to put America first. We have to put our livestock industry first. And I make an appeal to President Trump and to Sonny Perdue to think about us. Think about the producers who are out here every morning, a cold, frosty morning, feeding cattle and taking care of these livestock to feed this nation. We cannot survive trying to find the cheapest meat somewhere in the world and keep this country the great USA that it is.